When the millionaire saw his wife's message on the seat of his car, he was shocked. What could it possibly say? Let's find out more about this secret millionaire and his secret wife in today's episode. It all started when the millionaire bought a brand new car. He had worked hard his whole life and finally had enough money to buy a car of his dreams. But little did he know that buying this car would also come with a very expensive lesson. This secret millionaire had decided to buy an expensive luxury car because he wanted to surprise his wife. He knew she always dreamed of having such an expensive car, so he thought it would be a perfect gift for her. But after buying this expensive car, he found something very shocking. The car was parked in the parking lot when suddenly a woman got into the backseat of the car. The millionaire couldn't believe what he saw. He quickly took action and installed hidden cameras inside and outside the car to find out what was going on. He didn't want to jump to conclusions, so he decided to wait and watch. But what he found out would shock him. He soon noticed that the woman who had been sitting in the back seat of his car was his wife's best friend. Why would his wife's best friend be in the back seat of his car if his wife wasn't there? Was there something more going on? These questions were running through the millionaire's head, but things got even worse. A few days later, the millionaire was driving home from work when he saw the same woman again in the back seat of his car. She was once again with his wife, but they were both acting like nothing had happened. The millionaire felt betrayed and angry. He confronted his wife, but she denied everything. "What are you talking about? I don't even know what you're saying," said the wife, acting innocent. The millionaire was suspicious, but he couldn't prove anything. He had no evidence of his wife's infidelity, so he decided to keep watching his wife. He hired a private investigator to follow her and gather evidence. One day, the private investigator followed the wife to a restaurant. There, the wife met a man, and the two of them left together. The private investigator followed them to a hotel, where the two spent the night. The next morning, the wife returned home alone. The millionaire was devastated. He confronted his wife, but she still denied everything. "I'm innocent," she said. "I don't know why you think I'm cheating on you." The millionaire was heartbroken, but he knew his wife was lying. He had proof of her infidelity. He decided to confront his wife one last time. He went to her, tears in his eyes. "Why are you doing this?" he asked. "I love you." The wife broke down and confessed everything. She admitted that she was cheating on the millionaire with another man. "I'm sorry," she said. "I never meant to hurt you." The millionaire was heartbroken. He couldn't believe that his wife had been cheating on him. He felt betrayed and lied to. He had loved his wife with all his heart, and now this. He decided to end his marriage. He filed for divorce and moved out of the house. He was devastated, but he knew he had to move on. He couldn't stay in a loveless marriage any longer. The millionaire tried to forget about his wife, but it was difficult. He couldn't stop thinking about her and what she had done. He was heartbroken and felt like his whole world had fallen apart. One day, the millionaire was driving when he saw his ex-wife's car. He pulled over and confronted her. "Why are you following me?" he asked. His ex-wife broke down and told him that she had made a mistake. "I'm sorry," she said. "I shouldn't have cheated on you. I love you." The millionaire was taken aback. He didn't know what to say. He had never seen his wife so emotional. "Why didn't you tell me this before?" he asked. His ex-wife shook her head. "I was too ashamed," she said. "I didn't think you'd ever forgive me." The millionaire looked at his ex-wife and realized that she was truly sorry. He knew that she loved him and that she had made a mistake. He forgave her and the two of them got back together. The millionaire was happy. He knew that he had made the right decision. The millionaire and his wife were happy together. They knew that their marriage was strong and that nothing could break them apart. They had learned from their mistakes and were committed to making their marriage work. The millionaire never forgot the pain that his wife had caused him, but he knew that she was truly sorry. He forgave her, and the two of them moved on with their lives. The millionaire and his wife lived happily ever after. They knew that their marriage was strong and that nothing could break them apart. They had learned from their mistakes and were committed to making their marriage work. The moral of the story is that everyone makes mistakes, but it's important to forgive and move on. The millionaire and his wife learned this lesson the hard way, but they knew that it was worth it in the end. A young man was driving his brand new car down a busy street when suddenly he saw a group of children standing in the middle of the road. He slammed on the brakes and swerved to avoid hitting them, but in doing so, he accidentally hit a man on a bicycle who was standing off to the side. The man on the bicycle was thrown off his bike and onto the pavement below. The young man rushed to help the injured cyclist, but when he looked around, he realized that he didn't recognize him. At first, the young man was worried that he had killed the cyclist, but when he turned to leave, he saw that the man had gotten up and was dusting himself off. "Are you okay?" the young man asked. "Yeah, I'm fine," the cyclist replied. "Thanks for asking. I appreciate it." And with that, the cyclist got back on his bike and rode away. The young man continued on his way, but he couldn't shake the feeling that he had just done something wrong. He had hit a man on a bicycle and left him injured, and he didn't even know who he was. The young man turned his car around and drove back to the scene of the accident. But the cyclist was nowhere to be found. He searched the area, but there was no sign of him. Determined to find the cyclist, the young man posted about the accident on social media, hoping that someone might have seen something. To his surprise, the post went viral, and soon he was getting messages from people all over the country. One message in particular stood out. It was from a woman who said that her father had been missing for weeks and that he had been known to ride his bike around town. The young man responded and asked for a picture of the missing man. When he saw the photo, he knew instantly that it was the same man he had hit with his car. Overcome with guilt, the young man called the police and told them what he had done. He turned himself in and was arrested. When the news broke, the public was outraged. Many people were angry at the young man for leaving the cyclist injured and not calling the police. Others, however, defended him, saying that he had done the right thing by trying to avoid hitting the children. In the end, the young man was charged with reckless driving and assault. He was sentenced to community service and was ordered to pay the cyclist's medical bills. Though the young man was remorseful for his actions, he was also relieved to know that the cyclist was okay. He had learned a valuable lesson about the importance of being careful and responsible behind the wheel. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the story. Please subscribe for more stories like this.